There's a place where time moves differently. A land of golden temples, jungle-covered mountains, and rivers that carve their way through ancient stone. Where waterfalls glow turquoise, caves stretch into darkness, and legends whisper through the trees. Laos isn't just a country, it's a story. A story of forgotten kingdoms, hidden wonders, and nature untouched by time. Some places feel like they belong in a dream, too unreal to exist, but they do. Luang Prabang. In northern Laos, where the Mekong and Namkhan rivers meet, sits Luang Prabang, a city frozen in time. Wooden Lao houses stand side by side with French colonial villas, their walls whispering stories of an era gone by. The scent of fresh baguettes drifts through the air, blending strangely but perfectly with the aroma of incense from nearby temples. At dawn, a quiet procession unfolds. Saffron-robed monks walk barefoot through the streets, collecting offerings from kneeling locals. This daily ritual, known as takbat, has remained unchanged for centuries. It's a moment of silence, of devotion, and of deep spiritual connection. Beyond its spiritual heart, Luang Prabang holds secrets in its temples. Wat Xieng Thong, with its golden carvings and sweeping roofs, is a masterpiece of Lao architecture. But it's Mount Phousi that offers the best view. Climb its steps at sunset, and the entire city glows beneath a sky painted in fiery hues. As night falls, the streets transform. The famous night market stretches along the main road, stalls bursting with handcrafted silk, silver jewelry, and steaming bowls of noodle soup. Luang Prabang is more than a city. It's a portal to a time when life moved slower, traditions ran deeper, and beauty existed in every small detail. Phousi Falls. Just outside Luang Prabang, something magical awaits. Through a dense jungle, past the distant calls of unseen birds, lies Phousi Falls. The first glimpse is surreal turquoise water cascading over limestone rocks, forming natural infinity pools that shimmer under the sun. The falls drop from a height of 60 meters, their mist cooling the air as they crash into the pools below. The water is impossibly blue, as if stolen from a dream. Swimming here is irresistible. The cold rush jolts the senses, a contrast to the tropical heat lingering in the air. But Phousi isn't just about the falls. Hidden among the trees is a rescue center for Asiatic black bears. Playful, curious, and safe from poachers, they lounge on wooden platforms, a reminder of the fragile balance between nature and human impact. For those who crave a challenge, a steep trail leads to the very top of the falls. Few take the climb, but those who do find a secret, untouched pools, untouched silence, and the kind of peace only found in places like this. Plain of Jars. Scattered across the hills of Luang province lies one of Laos' greatest mysteries. Thousands of massive stone jars, some taller than a person, others weighing more than an elephant, stand silent, their purpose unknown. Were they ancient burial sites? Storage for rice wine brewed by a long-lost civilization? No one truly knows. Carved from solid rock, these jars have stood here for over 1,000 years, weathering wars, storms, and time itself. The most famous site, known as Site 1, holds over 300 of these giant vessels. Some are cracked, others toppled, but all carry the same eerie presence. Bomb craters surround them, scars from a war that left this land littered with unexploded ordnance. Yet, despite the past, life thrives here. Wildflowers bloom between the stones, butterflies dance in the air, and the jars remain watching, waiting, whispering secrets of a forgotten age. Wat Vieng. The road to Wat Vieng winds through towering limestone cliffs, their jagged peaks stretching toward the sky. Once known for its reckless party scene, this riverside town has shed its past and embraced something far more captivating: adventure, nature, and a beauty so raw it takes the breath away. The Nam Song River snakes through the valley, its emerald waters reflecting the cliffs above. Kayakers glide along its surface, while others float lazily on tubes, letting the current guide them past caves, rice fields, and tiny wooden huts perched on the banks. For those who seek the sky, hot air balloons rise with the dawn. From above, the landscape unfolds a sea of mist-covered peaks, golden rice paddies, and winding roads leading into the unknown. But the real magic lies beneath the mountains. Tam Phu Kam Cave hides a brilliant blue lagoon, its waters cool and inviting. Deeper inside, a golden Buddha rests in the darkness, his silent gaze cast over the centuries-old rock formations. Vang Vieng is a place of contrasts, thrill and tranquility, past and present, adventure and stillness. It's a place that calls you back, long after you've left. Bolavan Plateau. In southern Laos, where the land rises high and the air turns cool, the Bolavan Plateau stretches across the horizon. This is coffee country, where plantations sprawl across the hills, their beans considered some of the finest in the world. Waterfalls define this landscape. Tad Phane plunges over 120 meters down a jungle-covered cliff, its twin streams disappearing into the mist below. Nearby, Tad Lo flows gently, its waters perfect for a quiet swim as elephants bathe in the distance. Life here moves at a different pace. Villages of the indigenous Alak and Katu people dot the plateau, their homes simple, yet rich with tradition. Inside, looms click softly as women weave colorful textiles, patterns passed down through generations. The Bolavan Plateau is a place of taste, of texture, of untouched landscapes. It's the scent of freshly roasted coffee in the morning air, the roar of waterfalls cutting through silence, the warmth of a village fire at dusk. Siphandon, 4,000 Islands. Where the Mekong River widens, breaking into countless channels, lies a hidden paradise, Siphandon, or 4,000 Islands. Here, time forgets itself. Wooden bungalows perch over the water, hammocks sway lazily in the breeze, and the world slows to the rhythm of the river. Don Day and Don Con, the most visited islands, offer a glimpse into simple island life. Bicycles roll along dirt paths, past rice paddies and water buffalo cooling in the shallows. Fishermen cast their nets from long wooden boats, their silhouettes golden in the afternoon light. Beyond the villages, the river holds a secret. The rare Irrawaddy dolphins, one of the last remaining populations, glide through the water near the Cambodian border. Spotting them feels like witnessing something ancient, something fragile, something that may not be here forever. Siphandon isn't a place you visit, it's a place you sink into. A place that lingers in the soul long after you've left its shores. Bokeo Nature Reserve. High in the jungles of northern Laos, the Bokeo Nature Reserve hides a secret above the treetops. Here, in one of the last refuges of the endangered black-crested gibbon, visitors can live among the branches literally. The gibbon experience isn't just a trek, it's ziplining through the jungle, across deep valleys and untouched forests, to tree houses that sit 30 meters above the ground. The sound of gibbons calling at sunrise is the morning alarm, their eerie, melodic whoops echoing through the trees. Bokeo is raw, wild, and untamed. The forest stretches for miles, home to leopards, bears, and countless bird species. But its heart belongs to the gibbons, whose survival depends on these protected lands. To stay here is to become part of the jungle, to wake up in the clouds, to walk where few have walked, to see nature as it was meant to be. Phra That Luang. In the heart of Vientiane, bathed in golden light, stands Phra That Luang, the most sacred monument in Laos. Its towering stupa, covered in gold leaf, symbolizes the country's Buddhist faith and national pride. Legend says it was built to house a relic of the Buddha, brought to Laos over 2,000 years ago. Over the centuries, it has been destroyed, rebuilt, and restored, yet its significance has never faded. Surrounding the main stupa are smaller temples and statues, each telling a different part of Laos's spiritual history. During the That Luang festival in November, thousands gather here. Monks chant, and candles flicker in the evening breeze. Phra That Luang is more than a monument, it's the soul of Laos, standing tall against time, glowing under the tropical sun. If this journey has sparked something in you, let us know. Comment below, share this adventure with friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Hit the bell icon because the world is full of wonders, and this is just the beginning.